What's up, folks? My name is MysteryGomez, and welcome back. The Nintendo Switch is going to be released in less than 2 weeks. This is pretty insane considering the time it was announced, essentially. For the longest time, we knew Nintendo was making a new console since the Wii U didn't sell as well as they would hope. But at the same time, there wasn't much on it. Like, Nintendo did a pretty good job of keeping a lot of their information private. The only thing we really knew was that it was going to be a hybrid of portability and an actual console. In my honest opinion, I think it's more portable than it being a home console, but that's beside the point. It's a mixture. It's 50-50. It's as 50-50 as you can get in honesty, but again, we didn't know how it was going to come out. We saw some leaks, and then those turned out to be fake, and then yeah, eventually we didn't know what the console was going to look like until Nintendo came out with that trailer video, which blew up and has like millions and millions of views. And many people saw it, and many people were excited because we knew what Nintendo was doing. For the longest time, when Nintendo makes consoles and Nintendo makes video games, we don't know what they were going to do. When Nintendo came out and talked about Skyward Sword, we didn't know how they were going to use motion controls in the game. We knew like the Wiimote was going to be like a sword, but we didn't really know how it was going to be developed. Same thing with the Wii U. We didn't really know how it was going to be implemented. We knew there was going to be a tablet and it was going to be a console, but we didn't know. We thought, is it going to be portable? Is it not going to be portable? And still to this day, people don't know about the Wii U. People don't know anything about the Wii U. That's really sad. But again, Nintendo did a good job this time of letting people know exactly what the new console is capable of, and that is a great thing. And now it's coming out in less than 2 weeks. Now, what I've been noticing online is that a lot of these internet personalities have gotten a hold of the Switch early, basically showing people what it looks like and, kind of what to expect once you get the console. And again, this is a great thing. And usually Nintendo's really stingy on, who gets early access to consoles and games, and the fact that they're letting these YouTubers, these simple YouTubers with hundreds of thousands of subscribers, to get a hold of their console early and let them play some of the most hyped games of this year early. That is showing, in my opinion, a good sign of Nintendo being open to their audience, because I feel like with the internet nowadays, the one thing that you should do is be open, because if you are the one who is open to your audience, then they will trust you more and more. And I feel like more Nintendo fans who maybe were disappointed with the Switch now feel like, now I can go to the Nintendo Switch and, now I can fully trust Nintendo that they're going to be open and honest of what they're going to do with their consoles, what they're going to do with third-party and first-party games to basically give you a good experience. Now, that is what I like about the Nintendo. Basically, the hardware and the hardware and how they've been handling advertising. That has been amazing. But let's get into a little bit about what the hardware is. The hardware, it's kind of hard to describe, honestly, what it is. And I'm not even sure if we know everything that it does, but so far, each controller on the side of the console can come off, and they can be their own controllers. So that's insane. And they're basically mini Wiimotes with HD rumble inside of it. So you kind of get more of a detail if you shake it or something's shaking. You get more of a detail. We don't know how that's going to be developed in games, but that's pretty impressive. In my honest opinion, it is probably the most unique console of all time. Out of any other console we have seen to date, it is the most unique, and I'm very proud of that. The funny thing is, the PS Vita could have been the same thing as what the Switch is, kind of like a hybrid of home gaming and portable gaming. It could have been like that. It had every opportunity to be like that, because when the Vita came out, that was the most impressive portable console. And now it's not. Now it has no opportunity to kind of be the success that it should have been. And sort of Nintendo stole that and is putting that in their Nintendo Switch. So being able to play your Zelda, like AAA Zelda, like not portable, but all the beautiful animation and graphics wherever you go, on a bus and on a bus or in the bathroom or in a car, like anywhere you go. That is amazing. And I'm basically just geeking out. But maybe let's get to the parts where it's like, I'm a little bit afraid of what the Switch is right now, in terms of games. There's very little information on how many games are coming out and what kind of games will be developed. Will they take advantage of the system? Will they not? Will they just be consoles, or will they just be games that are going to be coming out on other consoles? We don't know, and Nintendo is not telling us. And we, like, with the Wii U. Oh, my light went out. Oh, my light went out. Okay, with the Wii U, they basically, before the Wii U came out, everyone was excited. Even developers were saying, "Wow, I love the Wii U. It's going to be great and easy to develop for." And then that wasn't true. When it came out, like, there were some games being released, some AAA games like Assassin's Creed and like Darksiders. Those came out, and those were like, mature games, and those were, oh, look, it came back, awesome, and like games. So those AAA games came out, and then they basically stopped after the first year. And we don't know if that's going to be the same for the Switch. So far, it just seems like it's going to be mostly first-party games. And that is a little bit concerning, because that was the same thing with the Wii U. The Wii U was basically just a first-party game. It was just nothing but first-party games. So if you love Nintendo games, you would get the Wii U. But that's basically it. There was not much else, and that's what it's looking like so far with Nintendo Switch, and that's a little bit concerning. The good news is we do know there are games coming eventually, slowly but surely. With the Wii U, we really didn't know what games were going to come out, except for the regular Mario and Zelda, but it does look like there are going to be some games coming out for the Switch later, especially if you're like a JRPG fan, which I am. But as much as I like the Switch and what it's doing and what it's trying to do, for the time being, I am going to sort of hesitate on buying it right away. I've sort of learned from my mistakes when it came with the 3DS. I bought that. I pre-ordered that. And basically, it was $70 less. Like, simply months. If I would have waited 6 months, I could have gotten the 3DS a whole lot cheaper, and still would have gotten those games a whole lot cheaper too that I got on day one. And that was a big mistake. I mean, I don't regret buying the 3DS itself, because I do enjoy it. It's one of my favorite portable consoles I have right now. But still, with me, I'm going to be very hesitant on buying the Switch right away, even though I want to. I'm going to be hesitant. But if you do have the money and you're a Nintendo fan, buy it, because it will definitely show Sony and Microsoft that they need to make a console similar to that. And they should try differently with their consoles, because honestly, with the PS4 and Xbox One, it's honestly, hardware-wise, it's the most disappointing console generation so far, because they're not doing anything new, they're not doing anything different, and it's not really that even, the graphics aren't even that advanced compared to what the PS3 and Xbox 360 did. That was advanced for that time. But the PS4 and Xbox One, they really didn't impress us in terms of graphics. They're still not, and that's disappointing. I don't even know if the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One S, those aren't even impressive graphically, in all honesty. The best thing we got so far from this generation is VR, and it's not even looking that good VR-wise, because we just don't see a lot of people trying new things with VR. There are some pretty good games, but it's not enough to warrant such a high price tag. So I'm hoping that the Nintendo Switch can change the game. The Switch will be popular, and then it will allow for Sony and Microsoft to sort of be more creative when it comes to their consoles and how they're going to design it. So I really hope that the Switch is successful. But for me personally, as a consumer, I'm probably going to lay back from buying the Switch. In all honesty, I might buy the PS4 first before buying the Switch, because there's a lot of games I still haven't bought. The only console I bought for this gaming generation was the Wii U. There's not a lot of games for that. I still plan on buying some games for the Wii U, but I want to buy the PS4 because Kingdom Hearts is going to come out for the PS4, and I want the PS4 before that comes out. And I'm probably going to get the Switch probably during the summer, where I can save my money and buy it. But the one reason I want the Switch badly is because of its portability. Me being a college student, having to drive to my college, I have to sometimes stay at my college campus for hours and hours and hours and then drive back home. Uh, and portable gaming gives me more leeway with how much time I can spend playing games. So, like, I can just play Binding of Isaac for 10 minutes and I'll be satisfied. I can't play like games that take hours and hours to complete because I will probably never finish it because I don't have time. Maybe I have like one weekend where it's like I have all the time in the world, but I can't beat that game. Like Grand Theft Auto is an example. That's the newest game I bought so far, and I only bought that game like a month ago. And I had some weekends where I had tons and tons of hours being able to play it, but I'm only like at 20 to 30% completed. So I need games that will allow me to finish it more often, and being able to be portable will give me more time to finish those longer games that I desperately want to. But again, these are all speculations. Man, I don't know. Like this is honestly this is going to be one of the most unpredictable Nintendo consoles out there because we don't know what Nintendo's going to do first party wise, and we don't know what developers are going to do third party wise, but that is going to determine how the rest of the gaming generation is going to respond. And if they're going to maybe stick with VR or go to portable gaming or go to PC or just stick with what Sony and Microsoft are going to do. But I hope something new happens. I hope they try to do something different hardware wise because there's less and less reasons to buy a console anymore. And I hope they give me more reasons to buy consoles because I do enjoy consoles, and I think that's one of the funnest parts of gaming is how they implement the consoles and how they implement new ideas. That's why the Wii was so popular itself because some developers were trying new things with those consoles, and some of it paid off tremendously and some of it did not. But it was fun seeing what they did with it. So I hope Nintendo tries that again. I hope developers try that again because I didn't see enough of that with the PS4 and Xbox One, and I hope it happens with Nintendo. So thank you very much. I hope you guys enjoy. Take care. I shouldn't hit that microphone. But anyways, take care, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. And let me know if you're going to buy the Switch or not. Let me know if you're going to buy the Switch, what game you're excited for, if you're going to hold back like I am. Again, support Nintendo wherever you can because it will determine how the rest of the gaming industry will respond, whether or not Nintendo is successful or not. So please remember that and keep gaming.